President Donald Trump, following the federal court judge's orders that I covered on our previous video, has agreed to fund SNAP. As per Truth Social, President Trump wrote, "Our government lawyers do not think we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available, and now 2 courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can and cannot do. I do not want Americans to go hungry just because the radical Democrats, yada yada." You know that he has to highlight the drama because, as I've been telling you, they want your attention. This is the product that the biggest companies on the planet sell to advertisers. He wants as many eyeballs. That's why you see whenever they're talking about him and when other people with whom he has worked, they say, listen, he's always about seeking the headline. How will the news cover whatever actions he's taking? Because he knows that's the hottest commodity available. That's why you have to financially free yourself from these, quote, safety net, rather fabricated safety net programs. So they're not putting you on your heels every single time they want to shut down some government. Get on the other side of the screen. Hoard some of that attention from all of these people, but helping them, paying it forward with the value and everything that constitutes your own creative purpose on this planet. Click the link in the video description below if you want to explore working with me so I can give you the roadmap to go ahead and do so and stop depending on these people that want to keep you scared and keep you from building your generational wealth and legacy as abundantly as you want it. Therefore, I have instructed our lawyers to ask the court to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. It is already delayed enough due to the Democrats, again, blaming because you got the drama. Just like when there was the East Coast, West Coast beef. Everybody was glued to the boom boxes, listening to what Tupac said and what Biggie said, because drama hooks people. People want to see the fight. He knows that as well. It is already delayed enough. It will unfortunately be delayed while states get the money out. If we are given the appropriate legal direction by the court, it will be my honor to provide the funding, just like I did with the military and law enforcement. Just like I told you on the previous video, he found funds to pay the military, and the Democrats should quit this charade, yada yada. So he's just shifting the blame with the rest of the information that he posted on Truth Social. But let me just give you a quick lesson on checks and balances. I know a number of us, we cut school. I did it too. So you get an understanding as to how it works, because people are posting in the comments when I uploaded the video on how the federal court judges ordered President Donald Trump to release funds for SNAP. See, the president is not a king. See, it's a system where there are 3 branches of government. The president's branch is the executive branch of government. They execute the laws. The legislative branch, which constitutes the 2 chambers of Congress, the lower chamber and the upper chamber, the House of Representatives and the Senate, they make the laws. The executive branch executes the laws. The judicial branch, nonetheless, which constitutes the federal courts that I vlogged about on our previous video, they interpret the law. So if the judicial branch, which interprets the law, finds that a president's actions, the way he or she executes the law, is unconstitutional, they may make a ruling. Listen, it's unconstitutional. You have to stop. The executive branch can declare executive orders, which are like proclamations that carry the force of law, but the judicial branch, right here, yeah, you can see it, the judicial branch can declare those acts unconstitutional. And if indeed those acts are unconstitutional, then the president has to stop executing in that manner. But as you can clearly see, of course, he's complying because he has to under the law. There's already laws in place. I already showed you that there is $3 billion appropriated due to the Appropriations Act of 2024, and the USDA itself had a contingency plan to be able to continue to fund SNAP regardless of whether the government is under a shutdown. The problem is that being that they made a decision on this so late, it may take a couple of weeks for people to get funded, and you may not get the money right away. Nonetheless, they're not going to stop the money. They may find a way to get it funded. As a matter of fact, Judge Talwani, if I'm saying her name correct, she said that they have to come up with a solution by 12 p.m. on Monday. The USDA has access to nearly $17 billion in tariff revenue, but a Justice Department attorney told the judge Friday that using the funds for SNAP would hurt the child nutrition programs the money supports. Both Talwani and the judge in Rhode Island left it up to the USDA to decide whether to use the additional resources to pay full benefits in November. If only the contingency fund were tapped, the USDA would have to reduce benefits for all SNAP recipients, which it has never done, according to a declaration filed by the agency official who oversees the program. Also, state agencies would need to recode their systems to issue the smaller benefit amounts, which could result in payment errors. Now, several states have declared that they will fund SNAP, even if the federal government doesn't do so. So they may come up with a way to have the federal government fund part of it and then have the states fund the rest, and then perhaps they get reimbursed. Like, for instance, if I'm not mistaken, New York State, $106 million to fund SNAP assistance right here. New York uses $106 million. Bang. And a number of states, they're following suit. They're using their own emergency funding to keep it funded. So they're going to find a way to work on this because, again, it is the start of the holiday shopping season. These public organizations, they've got to get their money. They are indeed the bosses. Everyone that you see, the president, Congress, Schumer, all these people that are frontlining as the lead politicians behind the government shutdown and trying to, quote, stop it or whatever the case may be, and they're shifting blame among each other. They simply work for the entities that are the true bosses and leaders of these major corporate entities, Fortune 500 companies, which pay up to the mob to ensure they get protected. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you can see exactly why everybody has just been fear-mongering with this entire charade just to ensure they keep you on your heels and hoard your attention.